What's up, buddy boy? Huh? Buddy, there's a fly! Eee! I don't like flies. Eee! Eee. We are starting in a standing position. You can have your feet together or a little bit apart. Hip distance is fine. Inhaling, reaching your hands all the way up. We're gonna stretch our side body first. Exhale, bend to one side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Rib cage drawing in, bringing it down. Good. Inhale back to center. Stretch all the way up. And then exhale. This time you're going to drop one arm down and exhaling and forming that rainbow shape of your upper arm. For 3, 2, and 1. Reach all the way up. Other side. Hand down. For 3, for 2, and 1. Good. All the way. Last one. Breathe in. And exhale, halfway fold. Good. Stick your butt out. Try to straighten your knees as much as possible. You can have your hand to your thighs or your shins. And stay here. We're just going to really stretch the backs of the legs first and feeling your feet really root down, all your pada bandha, the foot lock in yoga. All the corners of your feet. So we have 3 points, or you could imagine 4 points. Really root them down, lift your kneecaps up. And your thighs should be engaged here. Stick out your butt, and now you're really forming that natural arch in your back. Good. This is how we want that stretch. You feel it, right? Good. Maybe chopping the backs of your legs. Tuk, 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 tuk. Yeah, good job. From here, have your feet pointed out. Toes are out. Heels are a little bit towards your midline, not too much. And then we're just going to really start to bend the knees this way. So I want you to get this feeling of your knees driving it back as you also drive the hips down and back, right? So meaning you're not doing this way, right? I want you to drive it back and sit back. Whew. And then now you're feeling this belly and thighs are almost like together, or almost now your torso is down. Good. That's how I want you to get this feeling of squat. Woo! Nice. Good. You can have your hands down, keep on pulsing, and then now really dropping the forearms if you can. If not, that's fine. Wherever you are, maybe the hands, burning the legs this way, and really you're feeling your torso is now down with the thighs, right? Down and like that hip bones, you feel that left and right. You should be down. Ooh, intense. And reach all the way up to stand up. Good. And exhale. Turn your feet as wide as it is comfortable for you to bend your knees. Goddess pose. Cactus your arms, bend your elbows. When you close your forearms, should be parallel to one another, your elbows. Good. We're going to start to pulse it here. You could actually close your fist too, to really feel that you're working on the forearms, right? Or maybe doing these pulses. Opening the fists and closing as you pulse. Whew, keep going. 4, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way, reach up. Now this time, you're gonna heel toe your feet. Toes are pointing towards your midline. Exhaling, folding down. Halfway first, heels are pointing out. Whew. Now feel a different stretch. Mostly the inner sides of your legs. Good job. Now I want you to drop one hand down your face. Good. tripod base. Right hand sweeps all the way up, or the opposite hand, look up. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Now I want you to bend that upper elbow, grab your backs of your head, and then you're gonna start to bend the right knee this way for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Excuse the barking. I'm sorry about that. It's not very zen. Drop the right hand down. We're gonna swap sides. Left hand sweeps up. Exhale here. Bend the elbow and bend the left knee or whatever knee that is for you for 5, 4, and open, peel that left shoulder back. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All the way, stand up. Reach and exhale. Now fold all the way down this time. Woo! See if you can have your head down and a little bit of pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One hand will grab the outside of the toes or your ankle, and the other hand will come up and twist. So you're gonna really twist your body, and then we're gonna swap sides. So you're gonna thread that arm to the other side, and then lift the other hand up, twist. Good. Okay, we're gonna do this repeatedly for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last set. 1, other side. Good. And reach all the way up to come up. Woohoo! And exhale again, goddess pose. Good job. How are you doing? Woo, feeling that body heat. Woo, starting to flame up. We love that. Okay, from here, you can have your forearms on top of each other. It doesn't matter whatever is on top. We're gonna swap sides later on. Continue to get a bend in your knees and try to really aim for your hips parallel to your knees, right? So get it lower. Let's not do this. Let's do lower. Good. From here, you're gonna send this one or your arms to one direction, keeping your head steady. Okay? For 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Reach up. Whew, and then as you come down, swap sides. Left forearm now for me is gonna be on top. We're gonna do this on the opposite side for 3, for 2, for 1, and reach up. Good. Now we're gonna do that again. Swap sides. This time, as you do the opposite side, you're gonna look to that opposite direction. So whatever is the direction where you moved the forearms, you're gonna do it there for 3, 2, 1, reach. Other side, swap sides, bend. I know it's burning. Now to the opposite side for 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All the way, reach up. Now I'm just going to face one leg. You can face whatever leg you want, and we're gonna fold to that leg, finding your pyramid pose. Good. Halfway first. Whew. And stretching and holding it here, finding your balance, focusing your one on one point, your drishti. Inhale, reach. Exhale to pivot yourself, turning the opposite leg now. Facing down, halfway down. Ooh. Hold it for a few more. Feeling the evenness, right? This to me is not yet even with that feeling of the other leg. Good. Drop the hands down, shoulders distance apart. Step the front leg back, finding your downward facing dog. Good. We're gonna pedal the feet, bending one knee at a time, and breathing in here, breathing out here. Elevate your shoulders completely, really close to the ears now. we're going to take our vinyasa. So we're gonna roll our spine forward, finding our high plank. Good. From here, shift your weight forward. Shoulders should be past the wrist. Inhale. You can drop the knees here for your chaturanga. Otherwise, you can do it with me. Exhaling as slow as possible and as controlled as possible. About 3 to 5 exhalation. Or seconds rather. Good. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Whew. One more time, slow and controlled, just like that. Rolling your spine forward. High plank. Shoulders gonna pass the wrist. Inhale. Good, squeeze the glutes here. See that rainbow shape in your upper back, slowly lowering to chaturanga. You can drop the knees as always for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold for a little bit. 1, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Now feet together. We're gonna do our 3-legged dog here. Big breath in. One leg will lift up. Breathing in. Good. Breathing out, knee to your chest. Good. Look to your knee or kiss your knee. Lift up, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, lifting it up. 3-legged dog, good. Half scorpion shape. Exhaling, bending that top knee. Good, adjust yourself. Whew, holding. I'm now on my tippy toes on the grounded leg. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhaling, bend the knee. You're gonna send it outside of the left hand. Bend the knee, good. Lizard lunge, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna draw a circle with the hips. One direction first. Opposite direction. Good. Drop the back knee down. Untuck the back toes. Ooh, a wide Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Left hand sweeps up, or that hand that is next to the leg in front. And then exhale, expand here, twist your body. Good. Back to your hand down. Good. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee up, and push back to your high plank. Good job. Protract your shoulder blades. Squeeze the glutes down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back, downward facing dog, feet together. We're gonna do that on the other side. Big breath in, right leg lifting up for me. Good, and exhale, knee to your chest. Lift it high, kiss your knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, kick it up. Good. Exhale, bend the knee, half scorpion shape, and maybe shifting your weight forward, feeling your inner thigh stretch here. Good. Maybe looking up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, stretch, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, step it outside of the right hand. Lizard lunge for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Protract your shoulder blades and then rotate the hips to one direction. Breathe. How are you doing? You love this? If you're loving this, give it a like. Opposite direction. So good. Whew, it's so hot right now, but I love it. Okay, now maybe a little bit forward and back. Drop the back knee down. Untuck the back toe. Anjaneyasana, wide-legged stance. Okay, whatever leg is in front, you're gonna reach that same direction of the hand, forward and up. Big breath in. And exhale to twist. Ooh. Expand, maybe looking up, maybe pushing that knee out if you like. Ooh. And palm will come back down. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee up, protract your shoulder blades, and then step the right leg or front leg back, high plank. Good. Push back, downward facing dog. Whew, now we're gonna drop the knees, take a little bit of a wrist break, untuck the toes, and child's pose. Beautiful. From here, you're gonna face your palms facing up in child's pose. Good. And stay here. This is our reset or a little bit of a break. Few breaths here. Good. From here, you're gonna lift your hips up from your heels, okay? And now I want you to get your forearms lifted as you shift forward. Whoop! Keeping the tops of your palms rooted. Okay, we're gonna do this drop for 3, drop for 2, drop 1, and now you're gonna turn your fingertips, palms facing now towards you, and adjust yourself where it is comfortable for you. Obviously, if you can't fold all the way like this, then you could have a little bit your tops of your palm lifted from the mat. Good. But if you can fully ground it and your wrist mobility allows, then we're going to be doing this motion of sitting down in your Vajrasana or Thunderbolt pose as you close the fists, right? So if you can fully go flatten the palm, you can just keep it steady like that or hovered and then closed fist, okay? But if you can fully go all the way, we're gonna do this for 5. Open fist, 4. Close. Good. Open. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Extend your arms all the way in front. Child's pose. Whoo. Now we're gonna shift our weight to the right, keeping the elbow straight and shifting to the left. So you're kind of drawing circles with your hips. Half circle and keep on going. Ooh, popping of the bones. Excuse the little buddy barking. I hope it doesn't bother you. I'm sorry about that. Whoop, whoop. Good. Now, maybe shifting left and right now. Wide-legged child's pose or wide knees. Good. And then coming back to sit up, hero pose. You can have your heels out, splaying out so you can sit down on the mat. Good. You can have your knees together or a little bit apart. This is not gonna be a problem depending on you. Okay, we're going to really push the heels down with our palms, and then as you root it down, you're feeling really the shins now firmly rooted as well, right? You're going to really do this feeling of like a floating camel, but we're not gonna be floating, right? You could cup the heels, whatever is comfortable for you to grab your toes, okay? You're just going to do this feeling of like whoop, lifting your glutes, squeezing them together, and drop. It's gonna burn the quads, and we're gonna strengthen this way. We're gonna do it for 5. Squeeze and lift for 5. Drop. 4. Drop. 3. Drop. 2. Drop. And 1, we're gonna hold for 10. 9. 8, this is flat. 7. 6, you're not doing camel. 5. 4, core is strong. 3, 2, and 1. Now all the way, come up onto your knees. Knees are hip distance apart. Adjust yourself. We're gonna do now our camel swings. So I like to do that for engagement of the core, and then we're gonna do back bends. So half camel first. You can drop the other hand wherever it is comfortable for you to just like do half camel. You could do it on the thighs or maybe the heel. Whatever works. We're just warming up our backs for back bends. Whew. Keep on breathing. Yes. Good. Now when you feel ready, we're gonna get into our camel pose. So you can enter however you like in your Ustrasana or camel, like this way, right? Or if you like the rainbow shape with me, let's do it together, sitting in our Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose, cupping the heels with our hands, lifting your hips up and forward, back bending, looking up, or if you're comfortable to let go and look it down, then that's awesome. Stay for as long as it pleases your back. Breathe. Good. Letting go. If you dropped your head, making sure that you're not gonna force it up. You're just gonna come down and your head will always come up last. Beautiful job. Okay, when you're ready, coming on to our downward facing dog. Adjust yourself. Feet are gonna be together. We're gonna start now with the right leg, breathing in. And then we're gonna switch sides here by dropping the opposite forearm down. Engage your core. Point the toes, bend the knee. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, bend for 5. Inhale. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stretch it all the way, and now you're going to really open that upper leg all the way towards the opposite side of the mat. Try to see how far you can go. If you didn't make it here, I'll meet you here. We're in a wide-legged straddle position. Inhale, flatten your back, halfway lift, and exhale to fold all the way down. Inhale, pivot yourself, turning the opposite side of the mat now. Plant your hands firmly down. We're gonna transition to our three-legged dog. When you're ready, sliding that left leg or the opposite leg up. Three-legged dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Core is engaged as you drop the forearm down, the opposite forearm this time. We're gonna do this bending and straightening of the knee for 5. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here for a little bit. Good. And straightening that leg, tapping that left wrist or hand with that lifted leg, slow and steady, lifting it up. Now you're gonna lift that right forearm up. Three-legged dog. Good. We're gonna take our vinyasa with that leg lifted, rolling your spine forward. One-legged high plank. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift your weight forward. Shoulders gonna pass your wrist. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good job. Ooh. Big breath in. Exhale, stick your tongue out. Woo-hoo. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna drop the knees down. Sit on your heels, and where you're gonna swing both of your legs in front, coming woohoo to our Dandasana, L shape with your body. Good. If you didn't make it like that, I'll meet you here. We're just gonna rest for a little bit. Ooh, inhale, reaching up. Then exhale, we're gonna do our Paschimottanasana to rest. Open the butt cheeks right and left. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Good. Now we're gonna drop the hands behind us. Okay, it doesn't matter whatever is comfortable for you to turn your fingertips where to face it. Okay, we're just gonna drive the heels, plant it down, toes are up, and you're just going to lift your hips up, bend the knee, and shift forward. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here, stretch the shoulders. You can drop the bum and really round now the spine. Knees are going to be towards your clavicle or your chin or your chest. Look down. Good. Stay. We're going to activate the core a little bit here and then drop the feet down. Whew. Okay. We're going to do some drills. Sorry, there was a fly. All right, hands in front. I like my fingertips here and really stretching my arms all the way, pointing the toes, getting a rounded back here. Okay, from here, we're gonna lift one leg up as straight as you can. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I know it burns. Relax for a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, the other leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, and then we're gonna do switches. Woo! Woo! Good. Keep on going. You can do that. And release, relax, wiggle yourself. Baddha Konasana, feet together, butterfly pose. Good. Inhale, flatten your spine, straight up, and exhale to fold. Good. All right. Extend your legs, Dandasana. And then your one leg will cross on top of the knee of the other knee. Figure 4 shape. Good. We're going to have our hands behind to support us. And then the other foot will come up, or rather down, knees up, bend the knee. Okay, from here, we're just going to twist first, okay? So twisting, doesn't matter whatever direction, but I want you to get both sides. Dropping to one side, center, and then the other side. There's no right or wrong here, but I want you to get really mobile both ways. Because typically in this figure 4, right, we only twist on one side. But we're gonna hit all the angles. Good. Okay, back to center. Now that it's mobile, you're gonna grab the thighs or the backs of your thighs of that other leg and then really hook that foot. Make this stable, roll the shoulders back, and then you're gonna lift that other leg, point the toes. We're doing a figure 4 boat pose, holding this position. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, and then we're gonna swap sides. Good. Cross the other leg to the other thigh or the ankle. Drop the hands behind you, and we're just going to twist. Center, other side. Center, drop. Center, drop. Good. Keep on going. Whew, so good. And back to center. Grabbing the backs of the thighs. Good. And from here, find this stable spot as you lift that right leg or that grounded leg, finding your figure 4 boat. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, drop and untangle. Whoo, feet together. Good. Drop the forearms behind you. Good. And when you're ready, we're gonna do some core work. So from here, you're gonna tuck or knees to chest. Good. From your knee to chest, we're gonna extend to like a boat position, right? And you're kind of scooping. You're like in a hollowed position. And bend the knees. So we're gonna do this first for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're not gonna rest. You're gonna bend one knee and then switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're not gonna rest. Extend all the way up. 90-degree angle, and then we're gonna overlap or cross the legs, whoo, towards going down. Hovered, you're not gonna drop, and then up to that 90-degree. Good. Keep on going. Breathe. Scissors, 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 up and down until you feel really exhausted. Ooh, let's do this for the core. Ooh. Ooh, and I'll meet you in a 90-degree. You're not resting. You're gonna have that 1 foot draw to that shin down and then all the way out, finding your eagle leg. So you're gonna wrap that leg to the other leg, bending both knees, hooking your toes if it's accessible. If not, just to where you can wrap. From here, you're gonna have your knee towards your chest and then extend as much as you can. So we're just gonna do this moment of eagle crunches with our forearms down. Good. And I know it is hard. Now untangle, straight up, you're not gonna rest. Last one, we're gonna do it on the other side. Draw that one line down so you can cross and wrap the leg to the other leg. Eagle legs for 5. Stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way, you're gonna lay down on your backs. Ooh, you can untangle your legs. Ooh, how's your core? That burns, right? Okay, from here, we're going to extend the legs up again. Okay, now you can have a support with the hands down or overhead if you like. Okay, this is gonna be a lot harder. And then but I like to do it here for now because my core is already on fire. So whatever works for you, you're just going to be, as you drop the legs, you're going to flex. Flex, you're not going to get it all the way down just to where you can keep your lumbar pressed down on the mat. Okay, so when you're starting to arch down, then making sure you pick yourself up and stay here when you can press that lumbar down. Okay, knee to your chest, send it all the way up, or if you want to get to the fold, that's great, right? This moment. I like this, and then drop. Slowly, one vertebra at a time to drop until your hips are down, and then holding or dropping it slow and controlled as much as you can. Lifting the head, good. And then knee towards your chest. Lift it up, straighten the knees, and maybe a little bit of a hip up. Good. Flex the feet, and all the way, lift it up, one vertebra at a time. Ooh. I love that burn. Whew. And as slow as you like. I like this really slow. I feel every part of my spine or vertebra. Ooh. Lift. And whew, release. Whew. And then we're going to rock our knees left and right. And we're gonna twist. So dropping the knees to one side. Good. And then the other hand will come to the opposite direction. Good. Twist. Stay here for a few breaths. Good. Back to center. Dropping it to the opposite direction, extending the other arm out to the opposite side. Good. Now back to center. Last one here for the core. You're gonna press your lumbar completely. I like to hold my hands onto my belly so that keeping it really pressed. Okay, from here, we're just gonna do switches like what we did earlier, but now we're grounded, okay? Like a hollow position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, burn the core, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Woo! Now, knee to chest, drop the head if you lifted it with me. And we're gonna do plow pose, kind of like my favorite plow pose drill, if you will. All right, getting to our halasana. However you can get there, right? So from here, you could help with the hand with your bum if that is hard for you to lift up without the hands. Okay, from here, we're just going to rest first. If you can drop your feet behind your head, then that's awesome. If not, then just to where you can, right? Wherever that is, and then you can have a help with the hand to support your bum. Okay, now from here, I like to really drop to like at this position and then up. Whoop, and try to straighten as much as you can. Now, if you can't go too straight, you could support with the hand this way, right? So now, as you drop, you could just like bend the knee and then drop from here. That's a good way to start without straightening the legs first. But if you can completely straighten, then we're gonna do this for 10. When you're ready, breathing in, and I like to exhale for 10, 9, find your breath work, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! So now if you can't do it, you can do it like this, and then bend, drop, and then again, lift with the hand, bend, and drop, right? So whatever works, you could actually do it like this too, and maybe just do this, right? Leg up until you get used to that moment of going down in a fold. That's great for your compression and all the things. Woohoo! Now we're going to get into our happy baby pose, but I like you to extend your legs first out and then drive the heels down. You're going to turn the toes to the right. Good. And then up, center, to the opposite side, to the left. Good. Knees are lifting up. Kneecaps, good. Keep on going. So we're just working on that. Whew. You will feel this, right, in the hips. Kind of like helps to stabilize the hips. I like these little things or little movements because it helps so much with my scoliosis. Whew. All right. Now bend your knees. Lift your knees and hips or feet up. Happy baby pose. Good. You can grab the heels or the arch of your feet, whatever works for you. We're just going to rock our happy baby pose, left and right. Whew. When you're ready, we have last one for the core before we end. Yee. I love this left and right of the spine. So good to roll. Ooh. All right, now for our last work, you can do this with your hands, depending on you, right? You could just have it to the sides, but what we're gonna do, I like my hands this way, and I'm just going to basically like rock, like this, right? You can do this, woo, like a boat rock. I used to do this when I was just like starting. Interesting how we progressed, right? And then you can hold in both. That's actually how I started to do, by the way, off topic. That's how I was able to do the boat from a supine position to this, right? Like that. That's how I did it. So you can start by rocking here, whoop, and trying to keep your legs as straight as possible because that's definitely harder, right? But if you have a support with the hands, then that's great. Woo. You could also do this, which is more traditional, right? But it doesn't really activate the quads as much if you bend the knees. Really depends. Whew. I love that finisher. Obviously, If it's super tiring, you can end in Shavasana. But I'm gonna face you guys. I'm trying to really beat the sun going onto my mat because it's really scorching hot now. It's like about 100 degrees. I think now it's like 90 something, or maybe it's now 100 degrees, I don't know, but later on it's gonna get into 100 degrees. It's still morning here, so later this afternoon it's gonna be scorching hot. Woo! Let's take a moment in Shavasana. If I'm not talking in camera, I'm definitely gonna be laying down and resting because it feels so good. But because I have to end this video, you're now listening to me, maybe you're laying down, that's awesome. Thank you so much guys for being here and for hanging out. Thanks for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed this session. Let me know if that was great, if that was too intense, or is it pretty easy and you love more of these kind of like sequencing. I want to hear from you, and I'll see you guys. Oh, wait a minute, before you leave, make sure to give this video, you know it, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye. Where's Buddy? Bye friends. Oh, what are you doing there, buds? Are you hot? Yeah? Are you hot? Mama's finished. Yeah? Oh, yeah?